is Rachel Rigoni, and I am a social worker with the Human Services Department. You can just call me Rachel, though. What's your name?
My name is Malia.
Nice to meet you, Malia. How old are you?
I'm 34.
You're 34. How's your day going so far?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's kind of nasty outside, though. We're expecting a really big snowstorm, so I'm hoping that this isn't going to take a long time.
No, it shouldn't take long at all. I'll just ask you a couple questions. I did hear that we're under a winter weather advisory for today. Did you drive here?
I did.
Oh, be extra careful on your way home. Extra careful. So, today we're going to talk about some of the problems that you bring up, and we're going to try to problem solve and see if I can help you through some of these issues. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, Malia, what brings you here to see me today?
Well, I am currently under a lot of stress. So, I'm a graduate student, I'm a single parent, and I'm trying to work, and that sucks. And right now, I am completely overwhelmed with money issues, and time issues, and daycare issues, and holidays coming up, and I don't know how I'm going to make all this money. I need to get presents. Oh my god, there's a lot. I have a lot of things going on.
So, from what I'm hearing you saying is you're very overwhelmed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, what are you going to college for?
I'm going to be a psychologist.
Oh, that's excellent. Excellent, excellent. Well, it's very understandable to feel the way you do. Going to school is very stressful and pressuring, and working on top of that, I'm trying to raise a kid and Christmas time. It is very understandable to feel that way. How is this a problem affecting your daily life?
How is it not a problem affecting my daily life? Well, every morning I wake up, I get my kid to school, I go to school, I come home, I work, he has to go to daycare, I then have to do homework, then I can't sleep, I have to work on the weekends, on my days off, just because I don't have enough money. I feel stressed out all the time, and exams are coming up. I feel constantly like I have a million things to do, and I don't know what to do with myself because I can't sleep either.
So, you're very overwhelmed. Have you tried anything on your own to make this more manageable so you're not so overwhelmed?
I don't know. I just kind of tend to push through things. I probably should learn how to sleep a little bit better. And usually I really like to get in exercise because that helps, but lately I haven't been able to do that either because of exams, and so that sucks. But I probably could use a little bit of time management. I think sometimes I do a little procrastinating, and do that stuff. I then end up doing homework in the middle of the night, and I shouldn't, and I should go to sleep. But yeah, I don't know, kind of, I guess, but I haven't really followed through with a whole bunch.
Okay, but by the way you're talking, I can tell that school is really, really important to you to finish and
oh yeah,
to better your life for you and your son, and it'll, I'm sure, make your finances more at ease too. You don't have to worry about it so much once you have it.
So they say.
Right.
Right.
Your hard work and dedication will definitely pay off, I think. So what in your life needs to happen so you don't feel like this anymore, so you don't feel so overwhelmed, so you feel less stressed?
A lot. Well, I don't know. Right now, I just know that I kind of have to deal with it as it is, but I probably, obviously things would be better if I was graduated and I just had one job and, things were that way, but that's not going to happen for a couple of years. So I think right now, I just need some help trying to figure out maybe how to manage all of these different things going on, as well as my kid, and not feel guilty for not being there, and doing some of that stuff. But I probably could just really use some help trying to figure out where my time is going, because
well, that's very normal to feel pressured all the time when you have all of this stuff going on. If you did find time to manage this better, how would that make you feel?
I would hope a hell of a lot better. I don't think... Yeah, I guess I think I'm always going to have a lot going on as a single parent, but I think once the schoolwork is done, and if I can kind of get a little bit better with my schedule at work, then I think that I would feel less overwhelmed. You know.
Right. How do you think your friends and family would feel, or what would they notice about you if you weren't feeling so overwhelmed? Do you think they would notice?
Oh my God, yeah, I wouldn't be such a bitch. I get irritable because they just, they want me to do things too. I don't have time for that. Yeah, yes.
Well, go ahead.
No, that's okay.
Can I ask you kind of a strange question?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so say when you left here today, you went home and you went to sleep tonight, and while you were sleeping, a miracle happened, and when you woke up in the morning, all your problems were gone. Like, how would that make you feel when you woke up? How could you tell your problems were gone? What would be different?
Well, I guess I'd feel a little relaxed, but my God, so how would I know that my problems or my life is different or whatever? I would have, say, an 8 to 4 job where I didn't have to worry about daycare after school and working at night just to kind of support myself and the bills and my son. I would financially be able to do things, not like having to go give plasma to get $20 to buy a Christmas present. I would have my degree finished, so obviously, but that would have come before a job. And maybe a little bit more support, I think, just from friends or family or things like that, so that I didn't feel like I was pulled in all these directions all the time, where it just, life was a little bit easier in terms of my time.
Right. Sounds good. How could you tell that you were happier? What would be different about yourself that would be happier? I mean, would you be smiling more, or would you... What?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think so. I would also maybe, I would have more time for myself and to kind of do better self-care things. Like, I fall off my exercise wagon every time that I get overwhelmed with tons of things, and then that makes me feel like shit because, of course, you don't get to exercise, and that's like, that's good for you, right? So, yeah, I think that I would feel better. I'd feel happier, and I'd be smiling some more, and I wouldn't just kind of always feel like this little anxious Annie, and yeah.
So, when you look back at the past week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or say even a month, have there been times in this last month or so where you have felt good, where you haven't felt so overwhelmed with everything? Like,
this month is kind of a bad month. I mean, you'd have to go back to September, really, because it was before school.
Well, how did you feel in September? What was different?
Well, I didn't start classes yet, so it wasn't so bad. I was just working. I had my child, he was in school. I was able to attend to that pretty easily, and I didn't have all the homework and the graduate paperwork and all the stuff going on. So, I mean, that was probably the last time I really felt better that way.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you another kind of strange question. On, like, say a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least overwhelmed, like nothing bothers you at all, and 10 being the most overwhelming, where you can't take it anymore, where are you at on that scale today?
It's Christmas. It's like a 9.9. There's a lot. I've got exams coming up. I've got papers due. I've got Christmas presents to buy and wrap, and I think I'm gonna have to do that online tonight, like at 3 a.m. I don't know. I mean, it's a little high right now.
Okay. What is the difference between where you are right now and say 1 or 2 or 3, where it's just
life is good? You mean?
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel like just pressure all the time, because I think that I feel pressure physically, so I get stomach aches or headaches, and I just feel like shit. And I would not have the heavy burden of I need to do things all the time, and there are things due or whatever it is, like homework, and just feeling behind money-wise. And yeah, I would feel lighter maybe.
What would you say would be a manageable number for you, where you can, where you obviously wouldn't be totally stress-free, but you wouldn't be at a 9.9 where you are today? Like, what would be an
4
okay?
or 5.
Like a
That's
4 or 5?
Cool. I can
in the middle. That's good, in the middle of the road. Well, Melina, unfortunately, we're almost out of time for today, so I'm going to wrap the session up. So I agree with you that college is overwhelming, but it's ultimately important, and that you are having trouble with your time management and your money management. So, therefore, I'm going to suggest that when you go home today, until we meet next time, you write down a little journal. You write down about all the times that you feel good or you don't feel overwhelmed. And maybe you can even